told us yesterday that he went up to you after the game Saturday and said, "Great game," and the first thing out of your mouth was you identified a throw that you could have made better. What is it about your wiring that no matter how well things go, you're so uber focused on a couple of the things that maybe didn't go as well as you want?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the only way you get better is focusing on the things that you don't do well. It's easy to go in the film room and watch the plays that you did good on. Anyone can go in there and watch that all day, but I think what really separates people is when they can actually go in the film room and watch the bad cut-ups and watch all the bad plays and actually try to learn from those and try to get better. So that's really what I focus on after every game. Obviously, I do watch the good plays just to see it. But yeah, I definitely like to focus on the bad plays because I think that's the only way I can get better.
Do you ever allow yourself to be satisfied even for a few moments of the positives?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely am satisfied because I think it's just a credit of my preparation because this playing this position is not easy at this level. So definitely when things do go the right way, it definitely is very satisfying just knowing that the work you put in throughout the week and the preparation is paying off.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, CL Brown, go ahead.
Hi, Sam. I've been asking offensive guys. You guys have scored on the opening possession of every game so far. Why do you feel like you guys are so successful right out of the gate?
I would probably just say it's our mentality coming out that we want to set the tone. Me personally, I like getting the ball first. I don't like deferring to the second half, so I like to get the ball and go ahead and set the tone. So that's kind of what we talk about right before we go out onto the field, just setting the tone for the game. And after that, if we score on the first drive, it kind of just gives our offense like a sign of confidence, knowing that we can go down and put a drive together and score. So I think something that we can do better so is just being consistent. Last year we didn't start fast. We finished strong. This year we start fast and we kind of tend to slow down a little bit and then pick it back up in the fourth quarter. So I think that's just one way we can get better, just staying consistent throughout all four quarters.
Yeah, and kind of Coach Brown kind of hinted at that, saying that he felt like after a couple of games, he felt like you guys may have let up a little bit after getting the early lead, after scoring early. What is it going to take to kind of erase that so you guys keep your foot on the pedal?
Yeah, I think you just gotta do it. We just gotta keep going. We can't let up no matter what the score is. We talk about a lot. No matter what the score is, we act like it's 0-0. No matter if we're up 21-0, then the first quarter we still treat it like a 0-0 game. Treat it like we have to score. So that's really our mentality, and we just need to do a better job of that.
Thanks, Sam.
Yep.
Let's go over to Aaron Beard.
Hey, Sam. Mac yesterday was talking about the rankings being number 5 and kind of making a joke that people might look at the top 4 that are tradition programs and say, oh, I get it. Why is North Carolina there? I'm curious how the players look at it. I know you don't pay attention to polls when you're preparing for a game, but it's a nice thing to have. It's not something this program's had often, but at the same time, is there a degree of proving that you're worth that ranking, I guess?
Yeah, we don't pay too much attention to it, but we definitely do acknowledge it. It's definitely cool to see that North Carolina is ranked number 5 in the country. Just seeing how far this program's come in just a couple of years. But yeah, we definitely are aware that a lot of people probably don't think we should be that high in the rankings. So we just want to go out there and prove people wrong. But really, honestly, it's really not about what other people are saying. It's about us. We know inside our locker room, inside our team, that rankings right now really don't mean anything. We still got to go out there and win all the games that we play. So we're really just trying to take it one game at a time.
All right, let's go over to Ross Martin.
Hey, Sam, I figured someone has to ask this. You were committed to Florida State for a pretty long time before flipping to UNC. Obviously, different coaching staff down there now, but emotions to going down to Tallahassee, knowing your connection to Florida State. Thoughts on just kind of getting down there?
Yeah, I definitely haven't really thought about it much. I've seen some stuff on Twitter as far as fans and stuff. When I get on social media, I try to stay off of it, but there really is no bad blood between me and the players. And like you said, it's a different coaching staff. So I still have a lot of respect for those guys down there. And I still pull for those guys every week unless they're playing us. So yeah, I'm definitely just kind of excited to go and play against some of those guys. I know a lot of guys on that team. So it'll definitely be a fun matchup. And they're a really good team. And their record doesn't really show how good they are. They're very talented. I think this is probably the most talented team we've played so far. So it's a great matchup for us. We got to be prepared.
Great. And briefly, what have you noticed in particular about the offensive line, how they've improved from game 1 to game 2 to game 3? Obviously, I think they had their best game on Saturday against Virginia Tech.
Yeah, definitely. I just think in all aspects of the game, whether it's run game and pass protection, they're just doing a really good job. I think just watching them blocking the run game on Saturday was really impressive. That's the best I've ever been around. They're just firing off the ball and just moving people all over the place. So Coach Searle's done a really, really good job with those guys, and I'm excited about what those guys have done and where they're going because they come to work every single week and they just keep getting better. So that's something I'm excited to see with those guys up front.
Great. Thanks, Sam.
Yep.
Okay, Greg Barnes, go ahead.
Hey, Sam, how does Mac Brown and the coaching staff address penalties with the team?
Yeah, that's definitely something that we go over on Sundays after the game. We've had a lot of penalties our first 3 games, so Mac Brown's definitely been all over those. And before every practice, before almost every period of practice, he makes sure he addresses the penalties because that's something I think we might have lost the penalty battle on every single game that we've played. And when you get into close games, that can be the difference. So we definitely want to make sure we're paying more attention to those and playing cleaner and smarter football. But, yeah, he definitely addresses it on Sunday in our meeting.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Brennan Marks, go ahead.
Hey, Sam. 3 games now. It's a little bit of a sample size of, who you guys are. Like Mac has said, like you've said, who you are is what you show on film. Is there anything that you feel like you still don't know about this team, particularly about this offense, even though, now you have 3 games this year worth of tape to show for it?
Yeah, I think the one thing I would say is I still don't think we've put it together as a team. I just think this team can get so much better. I think we didn't play great on offense the first 2 games, and our defense played really good. I think we had a really good game on Saturday, and I think the defense had a little. I think they still played good at times, but there's a couple big plays that let up, and I just think we need to put it together. And when we put it together, I think we can be really good. So I just think one thing is we've had some success, and we really haven't played a complete game as far as putting everything together. So I think once we're able to do that, then we can really take the next step as a team.
Is that just a focus thing or like a coincidence thing that, you guys do well, one side does well one week, one side does well? How does that come to be, I guess?
Yeah, I would say there's a lot of things that go into it. I probably can't give you one answer for that, but definitely just everyone just focusing, like you said, and just preparing the right way and just coming ready to play on Saturday and everyone just giving it everything they got. And if everyone just gives it all they got, then I think we'll have a really good chance.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right, let's go over to Tomasi Duamenta.
Hey, Sam. So we hear a lot from the coaches and the players that the culture is very unified there and that everybody's pushing each other, really working hard out here. So how do you guys maintain that culture?
Yeah, I just think we're under good leadership and Coach Brown. He's kind of created a family atmosphere here, and all the guys on the team are really close. And I don't really think it's not even anything we think about, or it's not a challenge at all as far as maintaining that culture goes. Our culture is our culture. We just do it every day, and that's just kind of who we are as a team. And I think that's all just a credit to Coach Brown and the staff he's brought here, and just kind of what his messages are to us, and just how this team's come together.
All right, next up, Taylor Vippolis.
Hey, Sam, going off that family-like culture, the last quarterback at Carolina to start 3-0 was Marquise Williams. How would you describe what your relationship with Quise is like?
Yeah, Marquise has been a big brother to me throughout this process. I met him when I was in high school, and I grew up watching him, and I was a big fan of him. So he's definitely someone I talk to on a weekly basis. Just whenever I need advice, I can always go to Marquise, and he's always been there for me. So it's definitely a blessing to have him, who had a lot of success here. Just have someone to rely on, and because he's been in my seat, he's been in my shoes, and he's done all this. So I'm definitely blessed to have Marquise, and he's been a really good resource of mine.
Thanks.
Yep.
Okay, last one, Sam. Gregory Hall. Go ahead, Gregory.
Sam, I was curious how much of the NFL you watched.
Yeah, we practice on Sundays and we have meetings, so it's kind of hard to watch all the games, but I definitely try to catch the night game, and just a little bit of some of the games throughout the day. And then I watch like the highlights on YouTube and stuff at nighttime. But yeah, we really don't have much time to watch the games.
Yeah, I was just curious with Drew Brees' comeback last night, if you got to watch that and take anything with similar quarterback builds and place.
Yeah, actually, I actually didn't watch the second half, so that's definitely something I'm probably getting ready to watch here in a little bit. I'm gonna go in there and watch the second half of that game. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure he did a really good job. He's a really good player.
And then I was curious what your scouting report was of Florida State. Obviously, you said that they're more talented than their record shows. What else have you seen out of them?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at just the talent they have, like I said, I mean, this is definitely the most talented team we've seen this far. So I think every position has to really bring their A game and play 100%. Just thinking from their secondary is really good. They have some speed. I think one of their corners is a really good player. He's kind of created some turnovers. And I know a couple of those guys, and I know they're really, really good players. So then their linebackers are also good players. You know, seriously, everyone on their defense is a really good player. And that's why I don't really think their record does justice to how good they are. So we definitely got to be prepared all across the board as far as their depth goes. And I mean, they're a really good team.